WRDE Coast TV.
We have a first alert day issued for Sunday because of this. We take a look at our future rain projections, and we're looking at 6 or more inches of rain in some areas, and that's not even including our concern about sweltering heat.
Allen files countersuit, the reason from the country music star and Milton native for taking legal action against the sexual assault allegations.
A smile to slow you down, a frown if you're going too fast, a unique speeding sign that's coming to Sussex County.
Bus troubles in Ocean City, concerns people are having over the lack of transportation.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
Let's take a live look outside into our Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel in Ocean City. A little seagull hanging out there in the sky. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner. Madeline Overturf has the evening off.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with possible storms heading towards Delmarva. So let's go to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who joins us now with a look at the weather.
Right now, we are seeing and feeling the heat and humidity, typical summer type stuff, but we're really concerned about what we expect and anticipate for Sunday. That's why we've issued a first alert day for Sunday. And let me show you why. So here's a look at Saturday and the projections we have as far as rain is concerned, up to 2 inches in Bethany Beach. But notice how it explodes on Sunday. We're bracing for a chance of near 6 inches of rain in Georgetown, over 5.5 inches in Millsboro and in Dewey Beach, over 5 inches in Long Neck, possibly 4.5 in Lewis, nearly 4.5 in Bethany Beach. And those are the early projections we have there. Now, we're still dealing with the heat and humidity at this present time. It's cooled down, if that's what you want to call it, down into the 80s is what it feels like along the coast, but we're still feeling like 97 degrees in Redden, still feel like 94 in Seaford, as well as Greenwood, and 95 is what it feels like right now in Georgetown. Precipitation, we're starting to get a small amount of precipitation coming in to the south out of Westwood, and we're seeing an isolated shower. It popped up over Snow Hill, but it's dissipated very quickly. But we're bracing ourselves for stronger storms that's already causing problems over in the D.C. area that will eventually swing in our direction. So it's a 1-2 punch that's going to hit us. The storms, then the sweltering heat, and then we're looking for a dousing of rain that could bring about the possibility of flash flooding in our area. Now, we'll talk more about that as I'm tracking this storm, because now we're starting to see the system ebb and flow as it begins to get a little bit closer to us. But for right now, back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. Country music star Jimmy Allen is countersuing the women who claimed he sexually assaulted them and announced lawsuits against the country music star earlier this year. In a statement, Allen says it took him a couple of months before publicly responding to these claims because he says he wanted to fix his family first. In these court documents, Allen explains the encounters that he thought were consensual.
Jimmy Allen is taking action against the 2 women who have accused him of sexual assault. The Milton native says, quote, "For years I've dealt with racism and harmful threats solely because I am a black man in the country music industry, and this situation has only amplified that." Jane Doe 1's lawsuit, which was filed in May, claims Allen sexually harassed and abused her during her time working as his day-to-day manager from 2020 to 2022. According to court documents, the country music star alleges the relationship with his former manager was consensual and she quit after they broke up. Allen is countersuing her for invasion of privacy, emotional distress, defamation, and more. Jane Doe 2 filed a lawsuit in June. Allen admits he told her he was separated from his wife and joked about having children with Jane Doe 2. Jane Doe 2 is accusing Allen of assaulting her in a Las Vegas hotel room and recording her during sex without her knowledge last year. According to court documents, Allen claims he filmed their sexual encounter with consent and that he passed out after because he was tired from the day's activities. Jane Doe 2 took his phone without his permission and left. Allen claims he told her to come back to the hotel so he could delete the video for her. Allen says a month later, Jane Doe 2 asked him for an invite to one of his concerts. An attorney for both Jane Does responded with a statement to say, quote, "We're eager to show the court abundant evidence to the contrary, which we believe will prove that Jimmy Allen is a serial abuser and should be held accountable for his actions."
Allen says the claims by Jane Doe 1 and 2 have hurt everyone around him. According to the court documents, Allen is seeking compensation for damages, a trial by jury where applicable, attorney fees, and more. Both Jane Does say the recent filings from Allen's legal team are what they expected.
DelDOT is looking to turn some frowns upside down. Quite literally, the agency is introducing speed radars that when you're speeding, they frown. When you're not, they smile. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert is live in IG Burton's First Alert weather Jeep in Long Neck. Charles, drivers had a lot to say about these signs today.
Signs like this one may be a thing of the past. These are called pictorial radar signs. They smile when you're doing the speed limit and frown when you're going too fast.
If it's a happy face or a sad face, it's going to make you slow down or become aware of your speed anyway. And, we're distracted by a lot of things, and maybe that'll help.
It's part of a pilot program launched by DelDOT. The signs will record speeds and see if drivers are slowing down near the signs. One sign will be set up near WRDE K Lane and Long Neck Road. Crystal Cole works right by that intersection and says speeding is a big problem.
There's actually a lot of accidents at least once or twice a month that happen right here in front of our store.
11 of these pictorial radar signs are scheduled to be built around the first state. DelDOT says if the signs are successful in slowing people down, they will become an option for towns and counties to add to their roads. So far, the reaction to these signs have been all smiles.
It's a little on borderline of funny, I think, and that's probably good. We need humor.
It is kind of cute because a lot of times you'll see the numbers, but yeah, if you see a happy face, you know that you're in the right, and if you see a sad face, you're kind of like, oh.
The signs are expected to be installed by the end of the year.
That was Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert. Another sign like this one is coming to Frankfort on Baynard Road.
And it brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what are you going to do when you see these signs? Let's take an updated look at our results from earlier in the news hour.
Take a look at the screen here. It looks like the majority still saying these signs are just going to make them laugh. That's at 50%. But I think these numbers have changed a little because now it's showing that, they're changing right now live on the screen. 45% say they're going to drive the speed limit when they see them, 3% for slow down, and just 1% say it'll make them speed up.
I just like this entire idea. So now if you want to go vote on this, you can go to WRDE.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. We'll show you updated results later in the newscast.
A Guatemalan family is displaced and only with what they had on after a house fire in Ellendale earlier this week. Take a look at your screen. You can see all the damage here, from furniture to kids' toys and shoes. According to the state fire marshal, the fire was caused by an electrical malfunction in the laundry room around 11 p.m. Tuesday night. The damages are estimated to be $20,000. Arado Ramos says how hard it has been not only for him but for his family.
Right now we are devastated because we struggle so much every day under the sun working, and for this to happen to us. What hurts me the most is my daughter, because she says, what is she going to do without her house?
To learn how you can help this family, visit our website, WRDE.com.
Detectives in Laurel are searching for people responsible for stealing from several cars and garages Wednesday night. They say the thieves were active in the Fire Tower Road and Chippens Chase areas and were wearing masks and gloves. Anybody with information regarding the thefts are encouraged to contact the Laurel Police Department or Delaware Crime Stoppers.
Town officials in Dewey Beach are considering an ordinance for teenagers, as well as taking a look at the penalties that they would incur for breaking it. This comes just over a week after several coastal police departments reported concerns over rising illegal teen activity over the 4th of July weekend. Town officials will discuss this ordinance at their town hall meeting next Friday, July 21st. Buses in Ocean City, are there enough of them running as summer marches on? According to the town's recent transportation meeting, as of now, 14 buses have been pulled from service due to mechanical issues and things like air conditioning not working. Although Ocean City is a resort town, many people visiting use the buses to get around, but especially the workers.
When you gotta do what you gotta do, then it's a must that you have to do this. But yeah, not everybody's in that luxurious situation to, you know, be able to have a car. So this transportation is pretty important for work.
And for people who haven't been on the buses in Ocean City in a while, the fare has gone up from $3 to $4, but it's a pay-once system.
Water project grants proposals will now be submitted to the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and the Delaware Division of Public Health. Eligible projects for the grants can be in categories like planning, preliminary engineering, and feasibility analysts of wastewater and/or drinking water projects and green technology practices. The department says that applications are due by 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August 22nd.
Hydrant flow testing is set to begin in Milton on July 17th. The town says that if someone experiences discoloration in their water, they should run it for a few minutes until it runs clear. According to the town, the testing will be completed in 2 weeks. Well, we have a lot more news to get to tonight.
Coming up, Big Bucks weekend, 2 separate drawings with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, and why Delaware could be the top state to play in.
And we're tracking some scattered showers making its way across the D.C. area, but there's a much bigger amount and a significant amount of rain that's going to head our way that's prompted a first alert day for Sunday.
A proposed housing development by White's Pond, how neighbors and businesses feel about the massive addition of homes. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Prepare for a seismic showdown as the East's most formidable travel softball teams storm the Eastern Shore, each battling to seize the esteemed title, the best of the best. Delmarva Sports Network puts you right in the heart of the action, delivering every electrifying swing, slide, and steal. Download the DSN app, stream USSSA games live, plus delve into our extensive archive of past and current games. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. One of the saddest parts of my job is getting calls from people who waited too long to pursue a lawsuit. The law limits the time to file a lawsuit. Sometimes we get phone calls from people who waited years to call an attorney. Don't do that. If you or a family member were injured or killed as a result of someone else's wrongdoing or negligence, please call an attorney as soon as possible. Tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Houses galore. A proposed 79-lot development is in the works near White's Pond in Lewis.
As Coast TV's Tori Seagrave shows us, there are mixed reaction from both the businesses and the neighbors.
From a vast cornfield to what could be many, many more houses. A new proposed housing development would back up to White's Pond. Avi Amoyle lives in the governor's neighborhood on Gills Neck Road. He says more construction would take away from the essence of the White's Pond area.
Protect the beauty of what we have here, first and foremost, and then build a little bit around it.
However, employees at the Old Screen Door are hoping more homes means more customers.
It's been great for business, and that is a beautiful piece of property. So those homeowners are going to be very lucky to be here, and they're close to downtown Lewis and all it offers.
Even with 79 planned homes to be built, the new neighborhood would have more open space than required by the town. Still, Amoyle says 79 homes is too many.
That's quite a bit of overpopulating this area that I think infrastructure has to catch up with. It'd be nice to have some public tennis courts, some maybe another park for kids to play at. Things like that.
Scott Fenton, who lives in Schofield, is excited about new neighbors.
They can walk through our community, we can walk through theirs, and with the direct access to town we have, we might meet new friends, we might have better access to downtown.
This new development is just the latest proposal trying to make space for new neighbors and keep happy those who are already living here.
Lewis Parks and Recreation will be looking at the 31 acres behind me for buffer recommendations on Monday's meeting at 6:30. I'm Tori Seagraves in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Powerball has reached a nearly record-breaking high of $875 million. That is the third biggest Powerball jackpot ever. And Mega Millions, that's reached a whopping $560 million. A number of lists show Delaware ranking #1 for luckiest lottery states. And here is what one person told us after buying a ticket in Milton.
I would build a house. And actually, I was just talking to 2 seniors that I know that one's having to move away. I'd buy a house here and I'd move her in so they could still be friends and we could hang out together.
What a generous thought. Mega Millions will be drawn tonight at 11 p.m. and Powerball is coming up on Saturday.
Speaking of Saturday, we're looking at heat and humidity really cranking up in a major way with triple-digit heat indices. Right now, we're in the upper 90s. And then we've got to talk about a first alert day for Sunday, and that's dealing with possibility of flash flooding in our area.
J. Con Scott. J. Con Scott Fine Furniture and new location interiors on Route 1, Rehoboth Beach.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life, peek into the dynamic operations at Peninsula Home Care. Get hooked on exciting catch and release shark fishing. Plus, delve into Delaware Public Archives' new digital postcard collection. Coast Life Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
Visit Western Sussex. I can either burn the park down, or I can take an opera out my phone.
Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
Sunshine is always a good thing, but the heat that comes with it, not always so great. And we're going to have plenty of that heat over the weekend. Take the time out for right now and scan the QR code in the corner of your screen, because we've got some things that are really going to be a bit tricky over the weekend, including sweltering heat following that, dealing with some possible flooding rain. Right now, we're looking at a pretty peaceful and calm skyline, so you'd hardly think anything's on the horizon that would be ominous, but that indeed is what's happening. Currently, we're holding in the 90s, but we had a high today of 92 degrees. Didn't break a record high like yesterday, but we still have plenty of heat all over the place. Here's a look at where we are with our radar. We were basically bracing for a chance of a quick developing spot shower in the afternoon. That hasn't come into fruition for us. We have this trough that actually got kind of caught up over the DC area. It's still over there, but where it is, it's causing a ruckus, creating an opportunity for isolated pockets of scattered showers. Even a little bit in the way of severe thunderstorms, but that's okay. That's not our main concern. Our main focus is really the heat and then the first alert day on Sunday, okay? Feels like 95 right now in Seaford and in Georgetown. It feels like 97 degrees in Redden as well as Millsboro, and feels like 99 currently in Selbyville. If you're going to be taking a run tomorrow morning, listen, the updated model run is telling us, hey, we're going to have partly mostly cloudy skies in the early morning hours. So we're going to start off A-OK for Saturday. Saturday, we are going to have some rain, but Saturday's rain is not going to stick around all day long. Sunday, the rain's sticking around way too long. Saturday's big concern is going to be the heat. Look at these temperatures. At 2:30, it's going to feel like 103 in Delmar, 101 in Seaford, Ellendale, 100 in Milton, Millsboro. Big time heat for Saturday. And that'll last until 6 o'clock. Taking a look at Sunday, we'll have another day where it's going to feel like 104 in Seaford, Georgetown, Milton, Lewis, 105, Millsboro, 105, before the rain really kicks in. But let's talk about the rain. That's the big story. You see, Saturday's rain, it pops in, it pops out. You hardly even see it with the new run. But as you take a look at Sunday, we're looking at massive amount of rain that's going to push through very quickly for us, and it's going to continue to be repetitive. Here's a look at the latest rain forecast for us. As we take a look at some of the numbers, they're being adjusted right now as they push on through, but we're looking at over 2 1/4, 3/4 of an inch for us in the Rehoboth Beach area. And even as you take a look at the projections for Sunday, we're looking at over 2 inches of rain in Dewey Beach, and we're looking for heavy showers likely for us along the coastal region. And these runs are going back and forth all over the place, but we're still sticking to our guns, watching out for flooding rains possibly on Sunday. So even with that being the case, and the flip-flopness of those models, truth in advertisement here, I'm going with partly cloudy skies for the night, tomorrow steamy afternoon spot showers, and I still think we ought to watch out for possibly 3 inches of rain or more. That's where I'm at. If I'm wrong, fine, mea culpa. But I still think it's going to be a serious situation, so I'm calling for that first alert day on Sunday to still be the case with a 70% chance of showers.
Paul, thank you. DNREC released a fishing report today explaining which fish you can find all over the state. Flounder has been found in the Lewis and Rehoboth Canal. Flounder, spot, and croaker have been found at the Cape and Lopin State Park fishing pier. White perch, catfish, and slot striped bass were found in the nearshore areas and tidal tributaries of the Delaware Bays, while small trout were caught at reef sites. If you've been hooked, the full report can be found on the DNREC website.
Nighttime bicycle safety, does that ring a bell? The Ocean View Police Department is hosting a bicycle checkpoint every Monday, July 24th. The department is going to be installing free lights if a cyclist needs them, and they say that the event will take place at the Taylor Bank lot on Atlantic Avenue from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
It's time to take another look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you'll do when you'll see the smiley and frowny face speed limit signs in the Long Neck area. Take a look at the screen. It looks like the majority still saying they're going to laugh, 51%. Those numbers could still change. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on our news app. We'll have updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome into the Wawa Studio. It's been a pretty exciting week for the Geloff family, to say the least. And with this news, I'm pretty sure you can add much more excitement to it. Just a few days ago, we talked about his younger brother, Jake Geloff, being selected by the LA Dodgers with the 60th pick of the MLB draft. This time, it's Zach Geloff. The former second-round pick was called up by the Oakland Athletics to play at the next level. He will join the A's today for their 3-game stint against the Minnesota Twins. The former Cape Henlopen standout was putting on a show in the minor leagues, racking up 140 career RBIs and 37 home runs on 231 hits, thus earning himself the call that many baseball players dream to receive. So congratulations to Zach for making the jump to the major league. The Delmarva Football Officials Association meetings and training for the 2023 season are about to begin. A social gathering will be held on Tuesday, July 25th at 6:30 p.m. at the Harrington Moose Lodge Pavilion to welcome all returning members and potential new officials. That'll do it for sports. Till next time, folks.
I am Delmarva Dental Services.
I am Delmarva Dental Services.
Know you're in good hands at Delmarva Dental Services.
Our team works together to care for you.
I am Delmarva Dental Services.
We are Delmarva Dental Services.
We make things easier by offering weekend and evening hours.
You'll leave with a smile knowing our team cares about you.
Together with you,
we are Delmarva Dental Services.
Open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
Download the free WRDE weather app built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow. All thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
The Make This the Summer sales event has arrived at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Dover. We're excited to announce that our service departments are open on Saturdays, catering to your convenience. With a vast selection of over 450 new vehicles, finding your perfect match is easier than ever. As part of every new vehicle purchase, you'll also receive our Preston for Life lifetime engine guarantee. Shop online at dovercdjr.com and enjoy the convenience of home delivery. Don't miss out on Make This the Summer sales event at Preston CDJR of Dover. And always remember, cars cost less with Preston.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
On Coast TV News at 11, a warning for fishermen as state officials say some types of fish are dying. That story and more on Coast TV News at 11.
Taking a quick look at our expectation for Friday afternoon, we're looking at temperatures. Well, the heat index 100 of Milton, Millsboro, Seaford 101. We're looking at sweltering heat on Sunday as well, with it feeling like 104 in Ellendale, Georgetown, Milton, and Seaford. Because if we don't get the rain in here, it's going to go crazy hot for us. But we are expecting the rain to at least kick in for us along the coast, over 2 inches or more of rain. We are calling for a first alert day on Sunday. Rain shows up. We're looking at heavy rain. Rain doesn't. We're talking about a heat index of 105 or above.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more of our local weather coverage, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight on Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.